Sabrina Ionescu's shot specifically on her catch and shoot threes. I'm Tyler Costin, this is PGC Basketball, and we're committed to protecting the love and the soul of the game. And so let's take a look at one of the most compelling shooters out there right now. And I'm actually just gonna move my face a little bit over here to the other side of the screen so we can really see Sabrina. Let's check this out on her shot here. This is a catch and shoot three, which is really what you have to have as a perimeter player in the game right now. So check out this smooth, beautiful, effortless motion. And there's one thing I really want you to understand right here as a shooter. You must be a greedy receiver. You cannot wait to catch the basketball because shooting is a mindset. If you see it, it's gone. So if you catch the ball and then see that you have a shot, your opportunity at the highest levels is then going to be gone. And this is one thing that Sabrina is. She's a greedy receiver. She is ready to shoot before the ball even hits her fingertips. And you can see this by her feet. You can see this by her eyes. You can see this by her mindset. She has decided, I am shooting this shot. And that decisiveness is one thing that is the mark of a great shooter. Sabrina, you are a great shooter. The second thing we really got to look at on this first one is let's take a look at her footprint. And this is something that we really just need to debunk right now. She has a similar footprint to nearly all great shooters out there, which is a little bit tilted. Take a look at her toes. They're not pointed 10 toes to the rim. Her toes are tilted a little bit. For her as a right-handed shooter, they're tilted to the left for her to get her shooting shoulder and her shooting arm and her shooting mechanism more in line with the basket so it can be one fluid motion, especially for my female shooters out there, especially for some of my younger shooters out there. That power generation from that fluid motion is key. It's easier to be fluid the more you're tilted. It's tougher to be fluid the more that you're square. Let's take a look at that smooth, effortless, beautiful motion. She knew it was in. Her teammates knew it was in as well. We can see it again. Greedy receiver by Sabrina right here. And again, she gets to her footprint in one smooth, effortless motion. One thing you have to understand is what Sabrina understands is as a playmaker and as a shooter, she didn't limit herself by trying to have a really, really high, what we call at PGC, platter point, where you lift the ball to. And that's a mistake, especially for my female shooters, especially for my developing shooters. You don't have to have a really high release point. In fact, if you're going to shoot most of your shots close to the rim and inside the arc, that's really when this high platter point really comes in as valuable. We want to extend range, and the more range you have, the more power you're trying to generate, the more you can have a little bit lower release point because you're stronger there. Just like you can lift more weight closer to your torso. Here it is again, smooth. And let's just take a look at this footprint one more time so that we know. You see that we have a tilted footprint. We see that it's one smooth, effortless shot. And again, she is a decisive shooter. Take a look at how loose her follow through is, how loose and relaxed she is. Relax when you're shooting. Great shooters are relaxed. Here's another great one. She gets that same footprint again, lifts the ball to that powerful point, which it doesn't have to be high, and then shoots in a smooth, relaxed motion. A confident shooter is one that doesn't hesitate. A confident shooter is one that knows their shot prior to shooting it. There's no doubt that this shot's going up. If you see it, it's there. If you think about it, it's gone. I'm going to move myself over to the other side so you can really see the beauty of this release here. You know, another thing that we want to see about Sabrina's, as we do a quick recap here, that we really want to see about Sabrina's shot, and Sabrina would love to actually break down your shot a little bit more for you at some point, because as you know, as a great player, as all great players know, the process never stops. You're always tightening the bolts on your shot. You're always trying to do little things to get a little bit quicker, a little bit more range, a little bit better pickup off the ground. Let's really take a look at this here. So nice pocket pass off the pick and roll, but great shooters don't stand still. Great shooters hunt that three-point line. So she doesn't stand and watch to see what her teammate is going to do with the ball here. Notice Sabrina, as soon as she passes it, she's sprinting quickly with speed and with force. She's sprinting to get back outside the three-point line to get separation. Shooters understand this. It's easier to get separation without the ball. than it is with the ball in your hands. It's harder to create that shot off the bounce. It's easier to do it without the basketball. And even if you don't shoot it on the catch, you then are going to be more dangerous in your attack because the defense is freaked out that you might actually shoot it. Because if you see it's there, if you think about it, it's gone. Great relocation by Sabrina here. So let's recap 3 things, Sabrina, that you do extremely well that we can learn from. First, you're a greedy receiver. You expect to shoot on every single catch. Number 2, you generate a little bit more power by letting your body tilt and shooting with a smooth motion. And it's okay to have a lower platter point if you're trying to generate power, especially if you're shooting far from the rim. And third, it's easier to create separation without the basketball. You get most of your off-the-catch threes by moving and sprinting and sliding and relocating without the basketball. Sabrina, thanks for teaching us. For all of my PGC family, anybody watching this video, you just became a better shooter. Put these 3 things into practice, and you might start on that path to shoot like Sabrina. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.